Day 3 of working on this beast. I need to do this, all of this here. It's a bit of a tricky looking job. So what I'm gonna probably do is tackle this here. That's mostly flat plate, hopefully. That should give this a bit of structure. I can then tackle under there, take all this apart, and I'm kind of hoping to move the spring out of the way. I don't really want to take the whole leaf off. I'm hoping there's enough movement I can just sort of move it to one side and up so it's out of my way. The other thing I'm going to try and do today is tackle this. Now, I had a bit of a look at this yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, there's a little tack weld there, which is all that's holding that on. I would imagine this was also tack welded on. That's all gone. So I'm going to try and take this entire panel off and try and do the same as what I did on the other side. Just put a whole new plate on and weld it on properly. I will then cut this hideous thing off and start again to put a proper patch in there. There's supposed to be a lip around here and they've sort of folded it under to get this shitty plate on. So yeah, that's what I want to try and get done today. I'll also borrow Selena to get the brakes bled. I can adjust the parking brake. If I can do those two this morning, I've got an MOT later on. If I can do those two this morning, I've also got the little patch on the floor there and the jacking point. If they don't take too long, it would be nice to get the car back on wheels today. I'm going to crack on and I'll get back to you when more welding's done.
24 hours later.
Day 4, final day of working this year. As you can see, I've done another coat of black and it looks pretty good. Seam sealer there is a bit annoying, but not too bothered. Patches look good. Patches on patch. I've painted that with just paint for now. I will underseal, but I wanted to get the rear suspension back together, so I shall do that in a moment. And then around this side, I've also done this little area. So again, it's not perfect, it's not original, but it's called patch for a reason. We did bleed brakes yesterday. Apparently the pedal doesn't feel, there's a bit of a long pedal. I think there's some adjustment, so I'll have a look at that in a moment. Bought my new brake drums. Shiny bits. Look at that. They're gonna look much better than them. See, we get chunks taken out of those, and these ones don't. So, I'll chuck them on in a moment. They literally just come off and go back on again. I think most of them have screws in these two holes here. None of mine do. So, if you're doing that yourself, then it's just a case of undo those two screws, pull the drum off, put the new one on. I'm going to crack on with putting this back together. So you've got these bushes, might as well put these back in. That one, they look a bit knackered. I might upgrade them for poly bushes at a later date, like I've done on the midget. So they do literally just push in like so. I'll do that one on the other side. Mainly two hands, but it slides in there. And then I'll lift the spring up and slide it through. And then you just put the bracket on, 2 nuts, job done. So that's nice and easy. Aim for today, I want to drive the car. Right, time for the nice new shiny brake drum to go on. And I've got a flat blade screwdriver as well. I'm going to show you how to adjust the brakes. So first thing we need to do is get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Now, the way the brakes adjust is this little screw down here. We go clockwise and it pushes the bottom shoe out. Anti-clockwise comes back in again. And it's literally a case of put the drum on. There's an inspection hole there that you can adjust it through. What I was saying earlier about the holding screws, the screws to hold it on, there's 2 tapered screws normally go in there and they go into those 2 holes there. And both of mine are missing, so I won't worry about that. Shove that one there, and we'll come round to that adjuster screw and we'll go all the way as far as we can go clockwise until it goes tight, and then the drum doesn't, well, barely, it moves a bit, but there's a lot of drag on that, and then we'll just back off 1 turn. That feels better. Should still be able to put the drum on and off, yep. And they're new brake shoes as well. So once they've bedded in, there'll probably be a little bit more adjustment to go on that. But I've got another drum to do on that side, and I'll adjust up the 2 front ones. That should help our brake pedal as well. And then I need to put wheels on. All right, all 4 wheels are back on. It's looking good. I have sprayed the arches, only the rear ones. I haven't done the fronts yet. I've sprayed the arches with some Tetraseal Tetra Schutz. It's nice thick underseal. Done all the bits I've welded on the underneath. That should hopefully protect it from stone chips and the weather, rust and stuff. And it's really, really simple. We've just got a gun that screws into the top of it, connect an air line, and off you go. Well, it's back on wheels, back on the ground, wings are bolted on, lights are in. Let's make sure she still starts. First time. Running sweet enough. I've got an ignition light. Oh, there she goes, she dies. I think we're nearly out of fuel. But she's got an ignition light on, so I've got to look into that as well, probably before the MOT. I think we might have enough fuel though to go for a quick test drive. I'll do a longer one when the MOT's passed, so that it's legal. Those in the UK will know that this is a MOT and tax exempt car. Apparently insurance companies prefer classic cars still to have an MOT as a safety check, and so I'm just gonna put this through an MOT, same as I will do with the Midget when I put the new engine in that. So yeah, all that's left for me to do is take this for a quick spin around the estate. Thank you.